A massive sandstorm was about to hit the Crimson Sands wilderness, but my husband, Mark, suddenly suggested we take a family trip there. He wanted to take maternity photos for his sister-in-law, Tiffany, who was due soon. He believed it would help her win top pregnancy influencer and become a million-follower influencer. But going there now, with the sandstorm imminent, meant everyone would be swallowed by the swirling sands. We'd all die together in that desolate place. In my past life as a geological engineer, I tried desperately to stop them. All I got was Mark's furious retort. "If you make one more fuss, get out of this house." My in-laws, David and Susan, also yelled at me. "You just can't stand to see Tiffany do well, can you? Afraid she'll become a big influencer and overshadow you." Ignoring their insults, I called the authorities and reported them for trespassing in a restricted zone, finally stopping them. Tiffany gave birth smoothly, and the whole family was overjoyed. But at the baby's welcome home party, she stabbed me in the back. When the police arrived, Mark and the entire family gave a unified statement. "She's mentally unstable. She suddenly went crazy and tried to kill Tiffany, so Tiffany acted in self-defense." Tiffany seized the opportunity to play the victim, truly becoming an influencer. The whole family lived an enviable life. My mom, Eleanor, tried to get justice for me, but she was slandered, accused of extortion, and causing trouble. She eventually suffered a fatal stroke on the street, overcome with grief and rage. Only after I died did I realize it was all Tiffany's scheme. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day Mark suggested the family trip to the Crimson Sands wilderness. This time, I just watched these ungrateful monsters vanish in the sandstorm. As I lay dying, barely clinging to life, Tiffany crouched down, a cold smile playing on her lips as she leaned close to my ear. "Sarah, I already bought life insurance for everyone in the family. That's why I suggested the Crimson Sands wilderness. Only if you all die can I get the insurance money. You ruined my get-rich-quick dream, so go and be buried with my path to wealth." Tiffany plunged the utility knife into my lower abdomen again, and blood gushed out. Filled with bitterness and fury, I closed my eyes amidst the joyful sounds of the celebration party. The next second, a sharp voice exploded in my ear. "Sarah, are you really that jealous of me? The Crimson Sands wilderness has such amazing scenery. If I take photos there, I'm sure I'll be named top pregnancy influencer. You're just afraid I'll become a huge influencer and make you look completely useless, aren't you?" I froze, a sudden realization washing over me. I had been reborn. And I was back to the day Mark wanted to take the whole family to the Crimson Sands wilderness for Tiffany's sake. Everyone in the family looked at me with cold eyes. The sunlight in the living room was dazzling, yet I felt a chill spread through my body. I gritted my teeth, my eyes stinging as I looked at them. In my previous life, I was willing to sacrifice my reputation, even calling the authorities to keep them safe. Afterward, Tiffany had a safe delivery and the whole family was fine. But what I got in return was a knife in my back at the baby's welcome home party. Recalling everything from my past life, I smoothed my brows, a slow smile curving my lips. "If you're so determined to go, then go ahead. I have work tomorrow, so I won't worry about it." Seeing my calm demeanor, Tiffany was momentarily stunned. But then she quickly smiled. "I knew it. It's just a trip. Sarah would definitely support it." I listened to her words, a cold laugh echoing in my heart. A once-in-a-century super sandstorm was about to hit the Crimson Sands wilderness. Once they went in, it wouldn't be an influencer dream waiting for them. It would be the entire family buried alive by yellow sand, their bodies never to be found. But you can't reason with people who are determined to destroy themselves. If they want to die, let them. I was about to go back to my bedroom to rest when Mark suddenly stopped me, his face grim. "No, you have to come with us." Susan looked puzzled. "Why does she need to come? She'll just get in the way." Mark sneered. "She's always stirring up drama. What if we leave, and she reports us for trespassing in a restricted zone the moment our backs are turned? Don't you remember? Tiffany once mentioned using DIY baby food to feed the baby, and Sarah went crazy, repeatedly emphasizing the dangers of homemade formula. She insisted Tiffany listen to her. The whole family's eyes on me immediately changed. A wave of coldness washed over me. Before, I'd warn them because improper DIY baby food could lead to developmental delays for the baby. If Tiffany had followed through, it would have harmed the child. That's why I repeatedly stress the importance of proper, scientifically balanced feeding, using commercial formula. I never thought they'd see it as me just being a busybody. We'll buy her ticket too. She'll come with us. Mark grabbed my phone, giving me no time to react, and bought my ticket directly. Then, he locked me in the bedroom and told the others outside. All right, now we don't have to worry about her messing things up. Tiffany, quickly think about what poses you'll strike at Crimson Sands Wilderness and how to get the best photos. The living room immediately erupted in cheers, as if they had already returned from the Crimson Sands Wilderness with fame and fortune. But they didn't know that I had received deployment orders from the Geological Bureau half a month ago. I was tasked with setting up monitoring equipment in the core zone of the Crimson Sands Wilderness, and a helicopter would arrive on time to evacuate me. As for them, with no rescue measures, I wondered if they'd still be laughing when the sandstorm hit. My eyes stinging, I shakily dialed my mom's number. Recalling how in my past life, Eleanor tried to get justice for me, only to be slandered, accused of extortion, and eventually died of a stroke on the street, tears streamed down my face. This time, I would make these ungrateful monsters pay for their actions. They must be annihilated. The next morning, everyone gathered at the airport. After landing, we drove straight towards the Crimson Sands Wilderness. Tiffany was busy touching up her makeup and taking selfies. Mark was attentively holding an umbrella and offering her water. Susan kept taking photos with her phone, muttering, "My Tiffany is going to be a big influencer." Just then, everyone's phones chimed with a ding. Emergency news alert. Red alert. Massive sandstorm imminent in Crimson Sands Wilderness. All personnel must evacuate immediately. In my past life, it was precisely because I knew the sandstorm was coming that I desperately urged everyone not to go to the Crimson Sands Wilderness. Now, without my interference, they had actually entered deep into the Crimson Sands Wilderness. For them to return safely, it would take nothing short of a miracle. After getting out of the car, Tiffany handed me a bottle of water, her face full of false remorse. "Sarah, I'm so sorry, pulling everyone into this adventure. I just wanted so badly to win Top Pregnancy Influencer and become an influencer to bring our family a good life. You won't blame me, will you?" Before I could speak, Mark snatched the water bottle from her hand. "Tiffany, you didn't do anything wrong. Why are you apologizing?" "Selfish people like her don't deserve your water." Susan also chimed in to comfort her. "That's right. We all came willingly. Once you're famous, we'll all enjoy the benefits. You remember us and we'll remember your kindness. Not like some people who have hearts of stone." Listening to their sarcastic remarks, I just smirked. Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. I wondered if they would still be able to say such things when the sandstorm came crashing down. Tiffany's influencer dream would cost them their most precious lives. This moment of absurd fantasy was destined to bring them the bitter fruit of being buried in the desert. They ate snacks and drank sodas, treating the Crimson Sands Wilderness like a photo op for their social media. But the wind grew stronger, and the sand blotted out the sun, visibility dropping rapidly. Latest update. The sandstorm has been upgraded to a red alert. This area will be completely swallowed up soon. We need to turn back immediately. We might still make it. Mark said, looking at his phone, his face grim. Susan was incredulous. No, impossible. Isn't the Crimson Sands Wilderness a tourist spot now? At this moment, everyone began to panic. What do we do? If we get trapped in the sandstorm, are we all going to die? Mark, quickly think of something. I don't want to die here. Mark gritted his teeth, his forehead covered in cold sweat. To survive, we have to rush out before the storm fully hits. I watched everything unfold before me, finding it amusing. Before, I had patiently urged them not to come, but they thought I was meddling. Now, with disaster upon them, they finally started to get anxious. Just then, Tiffany suddenly spoke with confidence. Don't worry, everyone, I know a place to shelter from the wind. It's absolutely safe. We'll leave after the storm passes. Hearing her, everyone immediately breathed a sigh of relief. As if Tiffany's words were gospel truth, they all believed her without question. I knew that in their eyes, I was just a meddling, malicious sister-in-law. And Tiffany, she was the perfect family member. I would manage their diets, encouraging them to eat less oil and spice, but Tiffany wouldn't. I specifically got a sandstorm warning from my colleagues at the Geological Bureau, but it meant less than Tiffany's casual, "It'll be fine." Even my reminder for her to cut down on screen time and get more rest would be twisted into me deliberately targeting her. Tiffany always has a solution, not like some people who just stand there like idiots when something happens, completely useless. Mark said excitedly, as if he had grasped a lifeline, while not forgetting to belittle me. I sneered inwardly, clutching my phone. Here, with sand everywhere, barely able to tell north from south, and you really believe Tiffany can find some kind of shelter? Unsurprisingly, the safe place Tiffany mentioned was completely useless. The sandstorm grew fiercer, visibility dropping to almost zero. Everyone's faces turned pale. Every howl of the wind outside the window made their faces whiter. Are we really not going to get out? Susan asked, her face filled with despair, but only received a harsh, "Shut up," from Mark. If they hadn't insisted on recklessly venturing into the restricted zone, none of this would be happening. The car swayed violently in the sandstorm, then finally sputtered to a halt. Mark sat in the driver's seat, his face ashen, looking at the swirling sand in disbelief. How could this happen? Susan tried to push open the car door and run out, but Mark grabbed her arm. Are you crazy? Going out there is certain death. The others slumped in their seats, trembling. This was a once-in-a-century super sandstorm. Encountering it meant certain death. I watched them with a cold smile, feeling a surge of satisfaction. Weren't you all so eager to come to this godforsaken place with Tiffany to die? Why are you all cowering now? At that moment, Mark forced himself to shout, "Don't panic. We still have the car. When the wind dies down a bit, we'll find somewhere to shelter." Everyone's expressions immediately brightened. But before they could do anything, a dull thud echoed in the distance. A car not far away was overturned. Mark's face turned even paler. He finally couldn't hold it in and roared at Tiffany. "This is all your fault, insisting on taking these stupid maternity photos." Tiffany also lost her temper. "Weren't you the most enthusiastic about it? Now you're blaming me?" I was enthusiastic? You were the one who kept talking about top pregnancy influencer every single day. Enough, Susan shrieked, cutting them off. Is this really the time to argue? Tiffany huddled in the back seat, her eyes suddenly darting to me. She pointed and yelled, "It's all Sarah's fault. She's a geological engineer. She must have known about the sandstorm early. But she didn't stop us. She just wanted to watch us die." I found her words utterly preposterous. "You're making things up." But before I could finish, Mark grabbed my neck, pressing me against the car door. "Sarah, you venomous woman. You deliberately planned to kill our whole family, didn't you?" Tiffany, with a tearful voice, added fuel to the fire. "I know you've always been jealous of me, but you can't joke around with our entire family's lives." Mark's hand tightened around my neck. I gasped for air, my head hitting the car window with a thud. Blood trickled down my forehead. Sarah, even if we all die here today, I'm going to send you on your way first. He slammed my head against the car window again and again, making my vision swim. But I knew I couldn't give in now. Otherwise, they would beat me to death right here. I gritted my teeth and shouted, "You all came here yourselves." "Shut up," Mark screamed like a madman. Tiffany also yelled, "It's all your fault. You're the one who killed our whole family." Susan lunged forward, hitting me. "How could you be so heartless?" The three of them surrounded me, hitting and cursing as if being trapped here was all my fault. David also started cursing, and a few of them even began insulting my mother. Eleanor's no good either, raising such a wicked woman. A whole family of awful people. Just as Mark raised his fist again, a tremendous roaring sound came from the sky. A helicopter sliced through the swirling sand, landing steadily not far away. Mark's eyes lit up. Susan scrambled to her feet. Tiffany screamed and ran towards the helicopter. "Help! Save us!" The cabin door opened and a rescue team member jumped out. He glanced at the four of them, frowning. "The helicopter only has room for 4 more people." The words had barely left his mouth when Mark grabbed Susan. "Susan, you. And I go first." Tiffany shrieked. "Why should you? I'm carrying your family's blood. Let me go first." "Shut up." Mark snapped at her. "Is the baby's life more important than mine?" David also squeezed forward, trembling. I'm the oldest. Let me go first." The 4 of them started arguing, none willing to give way. Just then, Susan suddenly looked at me, her eyes vicious. "Just leave her behind. The 4 of us can go up, right?" Tiffany quickly seconded. "Exactly. She's the one who deserves to die. Make her wait for the next trip." The 4 of them reached an agreement and looked at the rescue team member in unison. "Leave her. She deserves to die. She doesn't deserve to get on the helicopter." I leaned against the car door, blood still flowing from my forehead, watching their performance with cold eyes. The rescue team member finally shouted impatiently, "Enough! This helicopter is ordered to pick up 1 person, not for you to get on as you please." Then he looked directly at me. "Engineer Johnson, we're from the Geological Bureau, sent to pick you up. Please board." Mark's face went white. Susan's mouth hung open, speechless. Tiffany collapsed to the ground. The rescue team member added, "There are 3 more seats, but who gets on is up to Engineer Johnson."